Hi everyone, it's eCartman12, and in this video I will be reviewing HTC Sense version 3.0 on the HTC Desire S. Now to prove this is a Desire S, take a look at the back. You can see there's a 5 megapixel camera, whereas the Sensation has an 8, and you can see the back of the body looks completely different to a HTC Sensation. Okay, now there's a lot to talk about in this video. Now let's start by turning the phone on. And already we can see something very different on the lock screen. Now this is basically a weather customization. So basically, here's the weather, and it tells you your weather location every time you turn it on. So if you want to just know the weather without having to unlock your phone, you can just turn the put the power on, and there you go, it shows the weather in your location. Now what I also want to talk to you about is these 4 applications right over here. Now these are quick access applications, meaning you can just drag, screen went off, you can just drag the application into the ring, it'll ask you for your password, and there, I have access to the Torch application. I do not even have to unlock the phone and then select the application, it just lets you do it via the rings, via the applications on the lock screen, and then just drag it into the ring. So that is a very nice feature, and you can customize these to put different applications on here. So if you are not happy with the camera, mail or phone being there, or the flashlight, you can customize these to whatever applications you want them to be on your lock screen. So let's unlock the phone. Okay, and as you can see right here, you can see that these the square animation remains, and it's not as bad as I thought, but I still would like the option to change the screen animation to regular left and right, or to this, something HTC should address in the future. Now let's just show you that again. If I unlock the phone, you can see over here it's got these sort of sound and noises when the animation shows that it's mostly cloudy. Fortunately you can turn those off because they are super annoying, but the only one that sounds good is when there's either thunder or rain. That always sounds beautiful in HTC's Sense overlay. Now obviously you have this sort of spinning carousel thing going on right here, and if I spin very fast you can see the carousel going round and round. And also, when I pinch out of the screens, you'll be able to see, as you can see, it does sort of like round and round on their sort of carousel, and they're all coming, you know, in this sort of animation, and they're splitting up all your screens. So you still got the regular 7 home screens on HTC Sense. And normally, if you're at the end, as you can see, this little bar is notifying that I'm at the end on the right side of the screen, you're going to have to go all the way like this to go to the end. But with HTC Sense 3.0, you can just go like this and you're already going to the screen all the way on the right to the left, etc. So that is very good. Now let's go into the personalize option, and let's first take a look at scenes. Now scenes are basically the same. They're basically a preset of widgets loaded up on certain occasions. For example, like this is memories, and there's even some which are for work, social, etc. So basically it sets up the appropriate widgets for the specified occasion that you set it for. HTC have got quite a few presets here, and the reason they look like the ones from the Desire S is because I haven't actually gone into these, but when you do, the preview will update. Now let's go into memories. Okay, so as you can see, here's this sort of memory one going on right here. So that's basically scenes. Now, for the purpose of this video, I want to go back to the regular one. Okay, let's continue. We went into scenes. Let's go into skins. Now skins is basically changes the sort of design and overlay on your device. You still get HTC Sense, but as you can see here, the bottom, and when you tap on these icons, it's got a sort of green sort of design to it when you actually tap on applications. But if you go onto this one, which is called Blue Sky, you can see it's changed to blue, so when you tap the applications, or when you tap anything on the screen, it will be more like a blue sort of highlight instead of green. And here's one called burgundy, and this basically changes the color to burgundy, so the highlighted color when you're actually touching applications, etc., is burgundy. Let's apply that. And as you can see, you can get more as well. As you can see, it's not as fast as the HTC Sensation, but it's still good that you get the same interface on the HTC Sensation, but on a cheaper device. Now, this is the burgundy. As you can see, when I'm touching an application, you can see that it's already, having got a burgundy highlight on it. Now, something else that just came to me is that normally when you want to drag and drop an application, say I want to move the mail to the mail application to where the Peep application is. Normally what you're gonna have to do is drag and drop, delete it, and then swap the application around, and then bring that Peep application back. But now you can drag and drop it on top of Peep, and it'll swap it for you. Very useful sort of implementation here of organizing your home screens. This is something that you could do regularly with the Sense 2.1 on the Desire S, but they've sort of changed it here, and they've sort of made it a bit more, efficient to use, and it seems a lot more like it's flowing, and it feels like it's a lot more luxurious kind of sense when you're using it. Okay, so now let's go back into Personalize, and let's go to Wallpapers. Okay, now these are basically with custom launchers. They give you different sort of wallpapers, but let's go into HTC Wallpapers, that HTC supply. This is basically with Get More. I got this one. These are the stock ones, HTC supply, and you can see they've changed and they're giving you extra ones. The one I'm currently using is this. This is the regular sort of Sensation or Sense 3.0 trademarked wallpaper. And you get plenty of other nice wallpapers in here as well. They all do look very nice. Now that's the one I'm using. Let's just apply this one. And as you can see, it looks very nice. It has got a slight lag there, but once you give it a few seconds after its application, once you've applied the wallpaper, it's nice and buttery smooth again. Let's go back into Personalize, Wallpapers, and let's go into Live Wallpapers. Now, you can see over here, you got the Weather Live Wallpaper and the Streak. And here's regular HTC Sense, which I'm relieved is still there. Let's go into Weather. This is a very nice application, and let's go into Settings, show you what you get. Select your city, sound on or off. Let's just put it on for the purpose of this review. Apply it. And judging by the weather on your location, it will update in the background, which it hasn't done for some reason. Let's just give it a little bit and see if it does it. Okay, now, normally this does work with sound, but for some reason it did not work this time, so I disabled the sound, and looks like it's working now. And it does run very smoothly, which I'm surprised by. This kind of widget, it does run very, very smoothly when I'm swiping between screens right over here, as you can see. And this is a live wallpaper in the background, and people thought that this would not work well on the Desire or Desire S, because it would be too graphic intensive, and the single-core processor would not support it, but it turns out it does. So let's go back into Wallpaper, Live Wallpaper, and let's just show you HTC Sense. Now, something I noticed when I loaded up this wallpaper is that when you can see when I'm moving between screens, the wallpaper isn't panning. Normally, if I pan more to the right with this wallpaper, the colors get lighter, whereas if I go onto the left, they get a bit more darker and stuff, but unfortunately, it is not showing that. That is very, very strange. It does not pan when you're swiping between screens. That's one of the things I liked about Android, but it looks like it's been stripped from HTC Sense 3.0. That is a big, big shame, but it's not a deal breaker still, but I would have liked if we could pan around the images. Well, let's go to lock screen. Now, this is basically where you can sort of customize your lock screen, sort of what your lock screen's activities are. So you can have the regular one where all you can do, where it just basically shows your current wallpaper that you've got on the home screen. It'll apply in the lock screen. You just drag your applications onto the ring. This one shows your photo album, and in a sort of 3D striking look, it will glide all your photos all across the screen. Got Friend Stream, and this one's very, very nice. Let me just show you that. If I apply it and turn my screen off, then back on. Now, as you can see, all my people I'm following on Twitter, I can read their tweets on my lock screen. And then if I want to actually go into it and probably reply to them or something, I can just drag that into the ring, and it'll ask me for my password, and it'll load up HTC's Peep application, which is, again, a very, very nice touch, that it can do stuff like that. So that's the friend stream one. You also get the weather, which I showed you earlier. You also get one that shows your stocks, and this one which basically gives you a clock widget on your lock screen. You can customize it to on whatever you like. Now let me show you on this. All of these, as you can see, have settings on them when you select any of these. If I press settings, it basically allows you to change the applications you got on here. So say if I want to change the flashlight, just tap on it, wait for the applications list to load up, then say if I just want to have advanced task killer be there instead, I could do that, press done, and then when I load up the phone again, there, task killer is on there. It's that easy. Then I can load up task killer in that same way. So very, very easy and simple implementation HTC have done to have easy access to your applications and various other widgets, etc. on your lock screen. I'm very keen to see where HTC go with this. I know they're going to try updating the sort of lock screen capabilities and activities you can do on your lock screen. HTC are going to obviously keep up with that and add new ones, and I'm very keen to see it. Although I don't think they will be coming on the Desire S, unfortunately, but there you go. That's just one thing I'm looking forward to. Okay, then there's also widgets. Now, before I get to those, I've put a few on the home screen. Now, here's one called My Shelf. My Shelf, what this basically allows you to do is read books. It's sort of, it's not a sort of iBooks ripoff from when you're looking at this, at the sort of shelf. But if I tap on a book, it presents itself very nicely when it does, as you can see. Now let's just flick between, and it's very, very nice and smooth animations. Normally when you do this on the iPhone 4 or iPod Touch 4, you notice a little bit of a lag. But this has the same processor, maybe slightly faster, and it is running them very, very smoothly. And in case you're wondering, it does work in landscape orientation as well, so you can read your book like that. Let's turn it back to portrait because it formats it a lot nicer. And also I can pinch to zoom in onto the book, and it will format the text, so it'll make it so it'll show, so you can choose if you want to display more text or less on the screen. If this is too small for you, zoom in a bit, and it formats the text and makes it bigger. That's a very nice feature, that is. Really nice. And also, let me just tap on this. It'll take you to, if you tap on that, it'll take you to the Books application. It's got the sort of cover flow mode, as you can see right over here. And let's just tap on A Tale of Two Cities. Withdraws all those cover flows, and then it takes you into the book. Very, very nice implementation of reading books on your device. Something I'll definitely be looking into doing. If I don't want to take all my books, all my physical books, with me in a trip or something, I can just read them all off on here. Okay, so this is My Shelf, like I just showed you. Here's the weather widget. Check this out. As you can see, really high quality stuff you're getting here. You're getting some really nice animations. However, the noise is really annoying, except for the rain and thunderstorm sort of animation and noise. But it's very, very nice and high quality stuff you're getting right here. This is raining, and it runs very smoothly on the Desire S. Let's stop that noise. Now, basically, what many people were saying was that these sort of widgets cannot be used on the Desire or Desire S because it needs a dual-core processor. But it runs perfectly and very, very smoothly on a single core. So this is not even so that means that the HTC Sensation phones that are using Sense 3.0 with a dual-core processor aren't even breaking a sweat if a single-core processor can handle it this well. Okay, now I know we're going over time here, but there's just so much to talk about. Now let's go and dive into the weather application. Just touch it. Now, let's show you all the animations. If I press menu when in the weather application and press demo, it shows you all the sort of animations you get on the weather. This is really high quality stuff here. Thunderstorm was very nice. This noise does get very, very annoying. But as you can see, the graphics here are absolutely stunning and beautiful to look at. This shows a hot desert, and you can see the sort of And you can see the sort of heat as well going around here, the sort of heat waves from the sun. Go to the next one. Partly cloudy. Very beautiful animation again. Shows some clouds, some of the sun in the back, and the sky. Again, annoying sort of sound effect, but the animations are absolutely beautiful. Looks like there's rain on your screen here. Let's go to the next one, which is snow. That's weird, I don't remember it being a mute on this animation. Doesn't matter. Here's windy. This one looks really nice. Looks a little bit blurry, but I think it's really atmospheric and looks very, very nice. Okay, so show that to your friends and they'll really think you got a cool device. Considering I'm not paying as much for the Desire S as compared to the Sensation, then this is like you're really getting really great stuff for your money here. It felt, when I actually got this update, it actually felt like I had a brand new phone, which was absolutely fantastic. Really do love it. And the gallery has been slightly changed as well, as you can see. It's just got this different sort of view, but when you go in it shows the same app, sort of photo grids and stuff like that. Also, something else I wanted to show you was that the Android marketplace has been reformatted slightly. As you can see, you got apps, books, movies, so you can rent and buy movies on this now, which is pretty good. Games, zombie match and all that. This is very, very cool, but I still do appreciate prefer the older look of the Android marketplace, but I am getting used to this, so still a very good look. So it's pretty good that they've updated the Android marketplace. So that is basically most of the stuff. Now let's show you one more thing. When I pull down, let me just clear that. Pull down this notification bar, go into quick settings. You can see over here you got an additional quick setting option. You have a task manager. This is HTC's task manager. I don't like using this one as much as I do advanced task killer, but this one definitely does do the job. You can see I can kill reader off. I can kill them off individually, and you can see it tells me how much used memory I've got and how much free memory I've got. And I can just refresh as well if any new applications come in the memory, or I can just kill them all. And that is very good, although I have noticed that a few little slowdowns have been going on there, or sometimes a bit of lag as well. So this was basically the HTC Sense 3.0. You can see the same animation. It's basically beautiful. It's basically HTC have really outdone themselves with Sense 3.0. They've really pushed the limit, and it can only get better and better. HTC are the best, or at least they're better than Samsung's TouchWiz overlay, and the same with Motorola's Moto Blur. HTC have been at it for years, and they are still at the top of their game with all these beautiful animations. Now, let's touch on another thing, which is battery life. With all these beautiful animations and extra software going on, you think it'll take extra power from the battery. Well, it does, unfortunately. Let's just show you right over here. You can see I've got a 43% battery. In this video, 2% has been got. Throughout this whole video, it's taken 2%, which is not much considering all the stuff I've been showing you. And Wi-Fi's been on the entire time as well. But the battery, I have noticed, has been downgraded a little with all of this beautiful HTC Sense animations and Sense 3.0. Normally I could easily get a day with Sense 2.1 on the Desire S. I could easily get a day. There's no doubt about it. I could always get a day. Now, it's a little bit harder to get a day. It's definitely manageable, but it is a little harder to get a day out of this handset with Sense 3.0 installed. But if I'm using this as my if I'm just using this device for a lot of YouTube videos, internet browsing, etc., all of that, then the battery will drain in about 4 to 5 hours, which is not really the best. But if you be careful how you use this. Also, watch what notifications you have enabled. This is a bloody good device with this sort of Sense 3.0. It runs very smoothly, and the battery is still manageable. But overall, guys, I absolutely love Sense 3.0 on my Desire S. I'm really enjoying it. Only thing, if I could change anything, I would like if I could pan on the live wallpapers or wallpapers, or if I could if I could choose the animation for when I'm swiping between screens, so it doesn't have to be the square every single time. But overall, this is an absolutely fantastic upgrade for the HTC Desire S. I remember when HTC upgraded the HTC Hero to Android version 2.1, it destroyed the phone. the phone, literally, when you go into the camera the second time, it would keep restarting and stuff, which was very unfortunate, but that's one thing HTC have done, and it looks like they've learned their lesson. I'm really enjoying Sense 3.0 on this. I really can't fault it. The only downside, obviously, is the battery life, which is a little bit been downgraded, but that's what you expect with all this extra sort of eye candy you can play with. Well, that's it, guys, for my HTC Sense 3.0 look on the Desire S. If you have any questions, please feel free to post them in the comments below, and please subscribe. It's free for you and good for me. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.